Everybody good on white balance? Everybody ready? All right, good morning. Welcome to the Wichita Police Department Interwatch, Friday, January 19th. End of another week. I hope everybody's had an excellent week. Appreciate everybody being here with us today for our Interwatch, both here present and on Facebook. I have one case that we're going to cover today, and then Police Chief Gordon Ramsey is here to speak with us as well this morning, and then I'll hand it over to the Police Chief. It's a vehicle fatality, case number 18C003869. This occurred yesterday afternoon, approximately 3 p.m. On Thursday, January 18th, at approximately 3 p.m., officers responded to an injury accident at I-235 in MacArthur. The accident involved a black 2014 Chrysler Town & Country minivan and also a yellow Suzuki motorcycle. Through the investigation, it showed that the rider of the motorcycle, a 37-year-old male, was traveling eastbound on MacArthur when the driver of a minivan, a 72-year-old male, turned left from the northbound off-ramp of I-235 onto MacArthur, and the motorcycle struck the van. The motorcycle rider was transported to an area hospital for medical treatment, and at the hospital he unfortunately succumbed to his injuries. The motorcycle rider is identified as Chevy Rooker, C-H-E-V-Y, R-O-O-K-E-R. He's a 37-year-old male of Wichita.
What did you guys determine in terms of fault?
They're still working through this case. It's still an active case, so they're still working through it at this time.
Mr. Rooker wearing a helmet?
I don't have that information. I can check on that, but I do not know if he was wearing a helmet at the time.
This was on MacArthur?
Yes, 100 West MacArthur. But yes, it was. He was going eastbound, but on MacArthur Road.
So did the van hit him, or did he hit the van?
He struck. The motorcycle struck the van. Okay, Police Chief Gordon Ramsey is here with us today to provide a statement. Appreciate him coming, so I will hand it over to the Police Chief. Thank you.
Thanks, Charlie. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Going to talk a little bit about recent incidents and a little background here on some things. Since I arrived here in 2016, I've really worked to transform the department on increasing, through my vision, increasing our community outreach and engagement with those that we serve. I am deeply committed to the community policing philosophy and have focused on improving our relationships with those that we serve, particularly those communities that have had historical distrust for the police department. A major component of my leadership is ensuring we are working with our community to create understanding and legitimacy, and the key component to that is accountability in our actions. Since arriving, I have audited our hiring and training of new police officers and have really focused on trying to hire the right people. We have a rigorous background investigation, vetting, and training process. We look to hire people with strong ethical character. You know, we can train on procedures, but you can't train on character. I expect our staff to serve with professionalism and an unwavering commitment to honesty and integrity. And these expectations and values are shared by the City Council, the Mayor, and the Manager. And to reinforce these values, I have made significant policy changes. Some of these include, well, earlier this week we announced the members of the Citizen Review Board, and they will be engaged in issues of police misconduct. They'll be engaged in issues with policies and community relations. They'll be holding their first meeting in a few weeks, and I am truly excited to work with them to make us all the better. As you know, I welcome scrutiny into how we police this community. Additionally, we began a new practice last year where we no longer investigate our own employees that have been accused of a crime. We now ask other agencies to investigate those for us, so there can't be concerns about protecting our own. We also now notify the public and the media when officers are charged with crimes or arrested with crimes. And most recently, to get more in line with community expectations, we are no longer paying officers when they have been charged with a crime. We now place them on unpaid leave until the cases have been resolved. Since arriving here, I have been raising the bar and have been working at setting higher expectations for all staff at all levels. And keep in mind, we recognize it is critical for public trust that law enforcement officials and agencies operate ethically and beyond reproach. There is no place for unethical behavior on this police department. While we have had issues lately that have rattled us, I have tremendous faith in the men and women of this department. They are out there doing good deeds every minute of every day. And we can't lose sight that the overwhelming majority of our officers are tremendous public servants. And they work very hard to keep this community safe. Remember, there is nothing that good cops dislike more than bad cops. With that, I'll take some of your questions.
As far as the federal investigation going on, when did you find out that your 2 officers were involved in that federal investigation?
Well, that federal investigation goes back to 2014 when it began. And our department had significant involvement in it. And all that was laid out yesterday by the U.S. Attorney's Office and in the indictment. And it is not my place to comment on that case, but there is significant information that's available on that indictment.
Were you made aware of these investigations? I know they were prior to you coming on board, but when were you made aware of these?
I was made aware of them upon my arrival within the first month.
Do you expect any more indictments to be coming? Any other officers involved or former officers being involved?
Yeah, so the case is still open, and it is being run by the FBI, and I'm not going to comment on their case.
We'll take one more question.
Can you tell us when those officers left the department and why they left the department?
They both resigned. Their reasons would have to be provided by them.
Tell us
Go
when
ahead.
they resigned.
We can get those dates for you. I don't have them with me, but yeah, we can get them for you. Yeah. One more? Chris?
How heavy does this lie on you guys? Obviously, this investigation happened prior to you coming on board, but it does reflect on your department.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot that's been going on, right? And I'm passionate about the role police play in society. We do tremendous stuff for the community. So it weighs heavily on us, right? Community support is critical for our success. So, we are doubling down on engagement and outreach and, focused on relationships.
Will the Citizens Review Board be able to look at this specific investigation?
Yeah, they will see all issues of police misconduct. So there's nothing they won't be able to see. It's outlined clearly in the ordinance what their responsibilities are and what they'll be able to see and do.
Are you guys helping with any continuing investigation of illegal gambling?
We continue to be a part of that investigation. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chief.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate Police Chief Gordon Ramsey coming today and giving us a statement here at our police briefing. We truly appreciate his leadership and as he continues to work trust and accountability with the Wichita community. So that's what we have today for our Wichita Police Department briefing. Appreciate everybody being here today. Have a safe Friday and a safe weekend.